Welcome to the Bad Mom Podcast. I'm your host, Anastasia, and this is Elzbieta from Poland. Actually, she's in London, but she's from Poland. She has a very cool accent, and she has a very cool podcast called the Flowergirl Childcare, and she has been practicing childcare by accident for 20 years. She's a mother of 3, and she is now going to be a writer soon, right? Are you working on a book?
Yes, I am.
Yes.
It's nearly finished. Yes, I am.
I'm also working on a book, but it's in very beginning stages. So I'd love to hear about the book. Elzbieta is on my podcast to talk about domestic violence and how it affects our children, because we're really focused on the children because they are our future.
Yes. Hello, everybody. Thank you for inviting me on your podcast and for this so nice welcome words about me. But book is not only about the book. I was just asked to write down recipe how to grow children. That was exactly recipe. So I just open wide my mouth. There's no cake. You can write down recipe. So based on the request, then I was it was root for my thought. Food of my thought, and I decide to do it. So yes, the book is growing, is nearly finished. So I think 1 month, 2 months, and will be published. So will be available on my as an ebook on my website. Yes, and there will be few recipe how to grow children, and I hope you enjoy it. But anyway, we supposed to talk about something different, about the violence that is grow, and it's really serious. And I notice, I don't know how it's in your place, but based on my borough, during the lockdown, when the COVID occurred, normally they record about 600 cases. So there's a normal monthly, but during only a first month of the lockdown, so that was April, in my borough, they record about 6,500 cases. So there's a huge rise, and they are recorded. So I always ask myself, how many are not recorded? So it's I think a lot of to talk about this, what happened, why it happened, and prevent, because we are grown-ups and we manage this somehow, some way, but the children can't. They do not understand what's going on, why it's going on. I should be with the mom, I should be with the dad, where to decide. So it's really hard decision, and sometimes parents pull this all responsibility on their children, because parents are upset, they got a huge depression, and they want children understand everything, but the children are children. So I do not have my own experience, but I see what happened with the children in my setting, and it's there is a terrible. So everybody want us put speak with them, support them, but we can't do everything, because there should be work taken at home as well. So there's a huge topic, and to be honest, a lot of trainings, but when we going to the families and we try to chat with them, nobody want to. There's my observation, my personal point of view. So it's a lot of trainings, a lot of social workers, they're going everywhere, but I'm not sure if the service is delivered how it should be, because then the children are coming to me and I see the changes.
How can you, in your work, you run a child care center?
Yes, I got nurseries, yes.
Okay, so what ages are these children?
That since very beginning, the youngest one was 3 days.
Okay.
You know what happened once. Yes, it was. And then I keep touch with them up to the 12. 12 years old.
Okay.
So it's a wide range of age. And
So you can tell when they come from a violent household?
yes, definitely. They just, sometimes I say it, what there is like switch off. One on Friday evening, they're happy, and they are coming on Monday after the weekend where there's absolutely different mood, absolutely different child. Sometimes they do not changing the mood, but they changing the way how they behave. So and I always hear from the parents feedback, no, everything is fine, everything is okay. So but it's not okay. So we're trying, we're trying as a practitioner, we're trying build up their self-confidence, self-belief, self-esteem. But when it's ruined at home, we can't do anything with this. So
That's
it's
very
not,
sad.
it's numbers of tragedies. Everybody now just talking about the feelings, about we should chat, we should hug each other, but it's not working. I think it should be done some more deeper at home. We should have a better commitment with the home, because now there's different way how the home is running. That everybody just living alone. There is no granddads, there is no mom around, there is only mom. And then, and what is the most dramatically now, mom is mostly alone because dad is working somewhere else and he's coming time to time. And there is when this violence starts, because they start to thinking differently, and they find themselves different, see them in different picture. So the expectations are different as well, and they start shout at each other, they start care about each other, and there's problem rise. Yes.
Yeah, I agree. So, plus, possibly the mother is also trying to work while also trying to do online school, and the frustration probably just builds up till dad comes home.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm agree. I find now what woman, each woman won't be absolutely independent. They just put in our heads, we have to work, we have to care about the children, we have to care about the house, we have to care about the husband, we have to care. And on the end, we forget to care about us.
Yeah.
So if we're not caring about us, we absolutely disappointment. We're not living our lives. We're not achieving our goals, and
We're burnt
we
out.
definitely we definitely. So in us, because the way how we now grow our girls, there's a problem as well. So not
Mm.
always men are violent, women as well.
Oh, I agree. I agree. And that is a cycle too, because when you have the kids growing up and, mom is tough and she influences the children to be tough, whether it's to break down the boy or to build up the girl. And then if it's a boy and a girl that are the kids, which in my situation, I don't try and break down my son, but he is very much more sensitive than my daughter. My daughter is the tough chick, and I noticed that the violence comes from, whether it's verbal or physical, it comes from I guess trying to either emulate the other parent, like this is how I'm supposed to be, because I noticed that behavior in my parents and I'm supposed to just be like that because monkey see monkey do, that's what my dad says. So
I It's the
yeah.
difference. Yes, it's copy past. Whatever
Copy
you're
paste.
doing, the children will copy past you. So I just, no, monkey is good. I will follow you. I like this sentence. I always say what children copy past us. But
Yes,
I'm sorry what I stop you now.
go ahead.
Many years ago, about 4 or 5 years ago, I met father, because I noticed what one boy, he was nearly 3, he starts to hit other children really seriously, and it was this emotion show me what he, it was a pleasure for him. He was just exciting what he can hit other children. And we solved out the problem with the boy, but I got a chat with the father, and father told me one thing, I still in my ears. My dad hit me, he beat me really hard. And I grow, I'm tough boy, I achieve everything, and I will grow my child exactly the same way. And that was end of our discussion this day. So you see, so this violence is in us, and we just passing from to our children.
Yeah, it's sad. Yeah, it is, because what we see, we think is what we should be. And I think, see, we're two households here, so when I see the behavior and it's negative behavior, I try and explain those emotions. Why are you doing this? You are doing this because you think it's normal. You think it's okay. How can you act in a more appropriate way? And by talking about these emotions that they're trying to express through physical or verbal violence, I think they're actually realizing what they're doing. And then they're like, oh, well, I'm sorry, I need to correct myself and do it in a different way. So that's working for me. That's working for me, to explain the behavior and point it out when it happens, because they don't see it like that. They just see it as a reactive behavior. And when we stop for a second and then we breathe and then we realize, okay, maybe I should do something else. As an adult, it works for me. So when I try and teach it to the children, it works, but you have to practice it over and over and over again till they really get it. But we're still at 8 and 10 years old, so maybe down the road, but so far it's just it's hard.
I'm agree with you, but that about chat about the feelings with the children, it should be on the very beginning. I chat with my own children. I used to chat when they were about 2 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Because there is the way where your interest is growing. Everybody say about the tantrum. Oh, my child, my tantrum, he or she doesn't behave well. No, there's no about the tantrum, because their understanding is much bigger. They can communicate, because verbally they behind. Yes, words are growing. It's a progress. And sometimes they want something, or sometimes something make them upset, but they can say it. So they start shout, they step, they start
throwing things, breaking things.
Indeed, because sometimes they won't keep our attention. And we, as a grown-up, we do not always understand that, and we thinking, well, they're aggressive. We just put them, we labeling them, we put them in a wrong way. Because we need observe them, we need find the trigger, what is the trigger, because they behave like that, and we need inform them, show them, tell them, I understand what you're upset, I understand what you're happy. I say, as example, mommy is upset today because something happened. Mommy is grumpy today because got hard work at home. So just small information on a child level. When you start on very beginning, the children start to understand, and then after that they will come to you and tell me, today blah blah blah, I'm not happy because I'm so happy, I'm so exciting. So these all feelings, we have to in some way show children or teach them the definition of the feelings.
Very good.
That is really important, what we should do. Sometimes, when I'm absolutely furious, this happen, I have to tell. So I just ripping the paper. Or when I see what the children are doing, we just ripping the paper, and this all emotion as going on the paper, and we start relaxing. Just simple techniques. Some of them I got on my podcast or on a channel YouTube, so you can just pop and listen me. Yes, I did this because I feel it what the parents sometimes do not understand what's going on.
Yeah, no, I listened to it. I definitely agree. I really like the one about leaving the children when you have to go to work. Eventually it'll work. I had that problem with my kids, and it did work for me. So I did.
Yes,
And I
because
like how
yeah,
short they are, because you're right to the point, and you're saying this, just do it. Just do it. Go have that time with your husband, your wife, whatever, and then just come back to your child. You're both happier. The kid will be happier. I agree. That was very hard for me to understand as a
you
new
know what?
mom.
Why I did it, because I went through this stage. It is all based on my practice. I remember this pain in my heart. I
Yeah.
remember the tears were running on my cheek. I remember. So I just,
Yeah.
based on the practice, I sharing with you. Good.
Yep. So let's see. Another question I had. So for people that are staying home with their children now during COVID, and most likely, I don't know what it's like in London. Are they doing homeschooling, virtual school, or are they going back to school? They're going to do virtual. Okay, so there's a lot of virtual schooling going on here too. So what kind of structure do you think would work? Schedule, like how can you, what kind of advice can you give to parents? Because we will be going through that, and it'll be like, for my kids, it'll be 2 half days, Monday and Tuesday, or Thursday and Friday, and the rest of that time for the week is virtual. Any kind of advice for these parents? Because again, it's going to be very frustrating, and you might not get any work done.
I don't know how it will be in England. So far, BJ told us what he will do, whatever he can to start the film September and open the school. However, based on my observation, I'm thinking partly there will be partly school and most of them will be online. What is the best, how the best managing with the children is just routine. I find with my own children, what after a break to go back again to the routine is absolutely difficult. My children, they're on a homeschooling. I took them from the school because they are now in a Puerto in Mexico, and there was a problem with the school. So I put them in a homeschooling. There's absolutely new experience for me as a homeschool. And when we started, so therefore that was really hard for them, because maybe later, now is play iPad, now is nice video, now is a swimming, now is a beach. Numbers of excuses. So I said, no more. You're going my way, what I was in my setting, and I just put them in a schedule. Morning breakfast, then a bit work, then a bit something, then a bit something, relax, and again. And day after day, it was better and better and better. I know by based of how I working. If I put myself on a armchair and I with a book, I can spend the whole day there. But it's not working, because not work will be push. So I have to plan. So planning and just going, keep going. Do not
Mhm.
use any excuses. There's only one way. Hard way, really difficult. Everybody wants stay in a bed longer or just enjoy themselves, but you do not achieve anything. So just
Yes.
plan right down and just tick, 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 tick. It's done. Especially with the children. There's no different way.
Okay. I'm working on that myself because
Yeah.
I was working from home for a while, and I got way too comfy in my bed. I'm like, I can do this in my bed. No,
No, you
it's
cannot.
productive. No.
You need to have a real where you go, where you're doing. Yes.
Schedule, schedule, schedule. I agree. So, okay. So, I wanted to ask you, how do you tell, how do you redirect the behavior of the children when in your practice when you see abuse in the childcare facility?
You know, we got a policy that we have to follow. but there is, because of the nursery, but whatever it happened anywhere, whatever you are at school, you are in a crash, you are in a park, whatever keep your attention, you know, is something is not normal, it's not natural what a child behave this way. So it's better, I always said, it's better to call to somebody, to the body that is responsible, even if there is a false alarm, but just do it, because the child is really, really important. So how the child behave, it always show you in a speech, in a posture, in a way how the conversation is going. There is a lot of sign what you can notice. But there's one, the really important thing, you have to know your child, because numbers of parents do not know children at all. Morning breakfast, bye bye school. Evening dinner, oh hello, bye bye, good night. Yes, there's no the way how we know the children. So you have to know, and you have to chat with them. Some children do not want to talk with the parents because they afraid them or they shy. There is a lot of reason, but you can broke it. You can start just chat, you as a parent, to the children. So let them understand, okay, my mom or dad is sharing with me, so I will start share with mom and dad. Is anything wrong? So if you haven't got any secrets, yes, as a parent, so a child won't have any secrets with you. So just two-way.
Yeah, no, I agree. The
So
more we talk,
observation.
the more we get to know each other. As you know, living in the same house, it could be strangers.
And
Yeah.
and just listen, you know, because sometimes at home when you are, you do not see something, and when you're going to the granddad, to the auntie, to the colleague, friend, whatever, they can notice something. So just take this aboard, because maybe it's true, maybe it's not, but it's better check.
Mm-hmm. So I guess I don't have that many more questions, but do you have any suggestions for me for the podcast I am working on with abuse victims, with survivors to tell their story? But really, we are looking for coping strategies to share with our children, because most parents, when they do come out of these situations and they're two family households, they have this basically a war zone. Okay, so we have one parent who's very angry and still hates the other parent, and vice versa. Maybe they both hate each other. How do you help these kids go back and forth and try and just live a normal life when it's not going to be normal? It's going to be very difficult. But how can we help them? See, I try and not talk negatively. I try to explain to them that maybe, their father is going through some issues, that they should be sensitive a little bit to him, and just maybe listen to him, maybe ask him if there's something wrong, back like you said, have the conversation. But they have a lot of issues coming back when they come here. They are full of anger, full of frustration, and it just comes in my house, and I'm just like overwhelmed. I feel like a therapist, and I feel like that's how you feel when you receive the children in the morning when they get dropped off, and then you have to modify the behavior, modify the feelings, and redirect. I feel like you feel like that every day.
I know what you're talking about. You know, recently our my close friends, they split, and now they're using their child for the fighting and for the showing. You know, okay, she will be me with me. No, she will be with me. Oh, it's the worst. It's the worst way how we can use the children. Is a terrible way, and that kind of parents shouldn't have a children at all. I'm sorry for saying it, but you know, because you somehow manage it, but the child do not understand what's going on. you were as a family, you got some arguments, but you were as a family. And one day it's always bump. And now daddy says something wrong about mommy says something wrong about the daddy. Is terrible. So nobody can say any words, bad words to the children about the mom, because mom or the dad, they are the most important person, and the children should understand and know what they will be loved for the end of the days. Yes, and
Yeah.
there's end of story. So I I talk with the parents. There is numbers of parents what they doing this way. Oh, my husband do not paying any for my child. My husband is not doing that, and the child is always the child around. It shouldn't be like this. So there is, you need meeting. The grown-ups, parents need meeting between each other and stop use it. You need to understand what if you behave this way, your children will behave in the families if they will have exactly the same way.
Yeah.
So you can say, okay, I understand you are in mom or dad's house or mom house, but in my house there are different rules. We sharing, we caring, and that's it. And day by the day, each time you put smile on your face, it will be hard, but each day you will say exactly the same,
Yeah.
because you know what they will come after the weekend, 2 days with the other side of mom or dad. I don't know with whom they are, but when they will come, they will behave the same way, because they were told you what you are bad. Yes, what you are not good enough, you're not working enough, you do not caring enough, you're not cooking good dinner enough, blah blah blah, you're not dressing nice, you do not care about yourself, or you care too much. Everything
Yeah.
is wrong, always everything is wrong. But you have to tell them as well what they were the day when your parents love each other, and because of this love we got
Yeah.
my children. Yes, so they have to remember the good day as well.
Yeah. Sadly, that's not the situation. Sadly, they are stuck in the middle, and that's kind of why I'm doing this, because I feel for them and I feel like I can't do anything to help them because I can't control anybody but myself.
No, you can't. So, you can say, I know your dad says something about me, but I do not care about that. You are with me. You will find who I am because
Yeah.
you are with me.
Trust your heart. Remember the bonding that we've had together, and remember those feelings and how I made you feel. And if I made you feel like you were loved, then trust those feelings. Don't
That
listen to words. Words are nothing. They're meaningless. Words are words. Everybody can say something, but do they really mean it? I mean, they could mean it, but the way that it affects another person, you can sense when it's a lie because you have been through the emotional experience and the feelings. So I know that I can talk them out of it because of the feeling. So we talk about our feelings a lot. That seems to help. Some people really don't like to talk about feelings.
nobody wants.
No.
Nobody wants now talk about the feelings, because about the bad feelings is a shame.
Yep.
About everybody now should be smiling, happy, but you are not always smiling and happy. Sometimes you are upset.
Mm-hmm.
There is what you are. But there's good news for you, because your children are growing, and there will be some day when they will searching for the answer. So whatever you said them, they sometimes can, is mommy were she said true, it was all true. They have to find their own answer.
Yeah.
So just stick to them, believe them, put smile, hug them, love them, and they will find the answer soon. So be patient.
Thank you. No, I'm teaching them to be kind and to take their mind off of that by maybe doing something positive to channel their frustration into writing. I said, write poetry, write in your journal. Is there anything that you can suggest that we tell our kids to do to channel their frustration so they don't act out physically or verbally negatively, you know what I mean?
No, but no, everybody won't write it down. Not everybody.
Yeah. Well, karate works for some kids, but now we can't even
Yes,
do that.
the physical activity is working for more kids when there's running,
Yep.
kicking, riding bicycle. Yes, physical, just
Physical.
endorphins are growing and you can cope much better. So I always say, I know what you're tired, I know you hard manage something, but just go and do something together as a physical activity. So
Good.
yes, it's much, so the bond between you will grow. So yeah, it's just about that.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, no, I guess I'm more of a writer, but I do that too. If I'm frustrated, I'll go for a run at the end of the day. If I had a really bad day and I'm running, I don't care if it's raining. I don't care. I'm gonna go for a run. But they seem to become more couch potatoes, more sucked into their cell phones, video games,
So
and
just do
that.
it together. So just do it together. I always say, whatever
Okay.
your children just doing, do it together.
Yeah.
So
Well, what about when they're at their father's house and they're frustrated? What can I tell them to do over there?
you can't do anything because
No.
that's not your house. It's not your house. You have to accept whatever they're doing.
Hmm.
Sometimes they coming and mama that what happened in your house, what daddy said, how daddy behaved, there was a other woman there, and this list of the question, it shouldn't be asked. It shouldn't be.
I try not to ask them, but usually they come to me with the questions and the frustration and I just I want to have dinner and I can't. We have to have a therapy session first. So,
Yes, they're sharing with you, they notice something and it's mean what you are important for them, and they're just sharing and taking your point of view.
yeah.
Sometimes they do not agree with you, but they won't hear it and find their own option.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what are your goals for the next couple years? You want to tell me?
My goals are really simple. I'm growing business because of the needs. So
Mhm.
my nursery I opened because of my children. I was looking for the place for them and I couldn't find any, so I just opened.
Yep.
Now I stuck in London and I want to move around, and my children are in America, so it's I prefer to be with them. So I opened the podcast and I got the channel, so I can now use my knowledge and share with you and be more mobile. But my goals are just I there is nice place, nice palace in Poland, what I would like to restore and just leave something to remember I did it. So there's my goal. And just fly and have a pilot license. There's my have my own plane and feel this
Yeah,
freedom.
you're taking a flight test.
I prepare myself. I just make jumps,
Oh,
just I manage with
you
this.
jumped out of a plane?
Yes, I did it skydiving twice. Yes, I did it. So there was, this energy, and I feel it. That's fine. I just broke something. I'm not afraid. It's fine. So
That's
it's been, and
amazing.
these all feelings I just put in a business. So I'm not afraid. I'm not thinking about the haters. I'm not thinking about the failure. I'm just going, you
Nice.
know, I'm just going. So this is really important. Just switch your mind. Do not
Yeah.
afraid. Whatever it happen.
Well,
If
that's
you
why I'm
if
doing
you
the podcast.
it's good. I'm admire it. Just share your ideas, share your worries, whatever it happened, because we're not sharing, we're not chatting what is in our hearts. We are
Yeah.
afraid somebody will listen it. What this person will think about this. Who cares about this? I
Yeah.
know if one person will listen me and one person will just take one sentence and that will work, it
It could
means
change their life.
it's worth. Yes, it's
Yeah.
working. So there's the reason why I'm doing that.
That's amazing. That's
So
exactly
that's
why
my
I'm doing
goals.
it too. Okay. Well,
And the last one, just meet more people. like you know, somebody with a struggle, they need to be celebrity. Somebody with a struggle, have a chat with them and just learn something new. So there is the most important goal for me.
Thank you. I learned a lot from this chat. I appreciate you coming on the show. And I feel like you're definitely coming back because
Right?
we
It
could
will be
talk
pleasure
more
for
and more about this.
it will be pleasure for me.
Yeah, just let me know when your book comes out and we'll promote it and we'll talk about it. And I can't wait to read it. I'm going to get a copy. It's going to be in English, right?
Yes, it will be in English. Yes. It can be in Polish because there is only one country. So it's I want to reach much more people.
Yes. Okay. Well, and you said your kids are in America?
Yes. They're in Puerto Aventura. There is between Playa de Carmen and Tulum on Yucatan in Mexico. It was 1 year experiment, and this 1 year experiment lasting 3 years. And they do not want to come back to England. No, they said, no, mommy, we're not coming back.
How old
And
are they?
they're 16, 14, and 8. I got 3 children.
And they're without you?
Yes, they're with that.
Wow.
Yes,
Are you
they're.
gonna go join them?
I'm just traveling each 6 weeks for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. There is what I did so far, but unfortunately, because the COVID, I can't.
Uh-huh.
And we have to decide to solve this somehow, but I don't know how. I haven't got clue. So I was thinking maybe there will be something online, or they will come back to London.
I mean, they
But
could just do London school from over there.
there in a Cambry Lane, there is really good. I'm so pleased about this homeschooling, Cambry Lane, they call it, and they now preparing for IGCSE. There's international. You haven't got the similar exam that prepare you to college or to university. So it's a really high standard of the school. I happy about that. So they going online and hopefully they will pass the exam.
Now it's the international
Yes, it's
homeschooling.
yes, it's international. Yes.
IGCC, you said?
IGCSE is an exam. Yes. No, it's a the name of the school is a Cambry Lane. Cambry Lane, and is I'm absolutely pleased about this. So what if you're looking, go there.
Oh no, I'm definitely gonna ask more information later about it because what's happening here is like my kids are not learning anything with
I
this
know about it.
homeschooling virtual crap. It's not working. They're doing fine. Actually, my kids got honor roll, but it's nothing. It's not very serious at all. They think it's just a joke.
Yes, I know what the world what we know so far. It won't come back. So I just try attach myself to the new world, and I know what the children won't go to the college anymore because they all will be online.
Hmm.
And I don't know what will be with the university, but probably they will be online as well. So there will be new reality, new normal. They call it new normal.
Oh, yeah, I hate it. But online school, I don't think is awful. It just takes a lot of discipline, which they're not prepared with this discipline at 8 and 10 years old. They don't have that discipline at all. They're
Because of
used,
us.
yeah,
Because of
well,
us.
because of us and the teachers always being right here, like, okay, I'll help you. I'll help you.
I think it's we just used to send children to the nursery, then we used to send children to the school, and we push this all on others.
Hmm.
Now the rules change. Now the children staying at home. Now the children homeschool, and we as the parents, without the experience and knowledge, we have no idea how to manage that.
Hmm.
Remember in the past there was um, the people hire teacher that used to be at home and teach the children,
Hmm.
and you can manage and see exactly or taught to them what teach what they should learn. Now we believe what the school teach our children.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure about that.
I don't mind it, the homeschooling. I could do it. I just have to go to work, and I'm a single mom, so I have to go to work. I can't sit there at home with them.
So just build a community.
Yeah, exactly.
Build a community of the parents. So the same like with the babysitting, we're building the community. Yes, one
Yeah.
week with this mom, one other one, and
Yep.
you got the three. So the homeschooling, you could do exactly the same.
They're calling it pods.
Oh yes,
Yep.
it's a part.
Yep. All right, Elzbieta, it was very nice to talk to you.
For me as well. We talk
Thank
a
you.
lot. A
Yeah,
lot of
we'll talk
topics.
forever. I don't want to bore anybody, but I'm definitely going to get back on. I'm going to ask you to please come back on the show soon. Okay?
Right. Thank
Thank
you.
you
It
so
was pleasure to
much.
be in your
Thank
podcast.
you. Thank you. And I hope you share and that, have your followers listen to it, because you've been informing me so much, and I'm going to share it with all my listeners that maybe I have now, maybe I don't know. It's a very new thing, so I'm so excited. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.